Hi, sixth graders. This is Mrs. Gall. Today we're going to talk through writing equations and inequalities. Grab your notebook, open up to a fresh page, and press play when you're ready to continue. Let's start by setting up an equation or an inequality to represent the situations. Sarah charges $15 per hour. She babysat for 8 hours. She made $90. Let's set this up. We will first want to locate Sarah's total. It looks like she made $90. When we have a total, we know that's going to go on one side of our equation or inequality. In this case, we don't see any phrases like more than, less than, or any other words that will signal that we're using an inequality sign. So I'm going to use an equal sign to set this up as an equation. Next, let's look for any other important pieces we need. We know that Sarah charges $15 per hour, and my unknown is how many hours she babysat for. That means if I take the $15 she makes per hour and times it by the unknown number of hours, that would be able to tell us how many hours she makes based off of the fact that we know she made $90. I should have said how many hours she worked so that we can figure out based off of that $90. So 15 times h, or 15h, equals 90 is an equation that represents that situation. Jordan has 58 baseball cards. He bought a box with C cards in it. He now has 80 baseball cards. Okay, I see that Jordan has a total 80 baseball cards that he ended with. I did not see any phrases like more than, less than, so I know I'm going to use an equal sign here. Let's think about the situation that's happening. It looks like Jordan had a starting number and then he bought C more. If I'm starting with 58 and buying more, I'm going to add to that total. So we're going to add in C to get to our new total, which is 80. That's an equation that would represent this situation. There were P slices of pizza. The Reinholds ate 11 slices. There are 5 slices left. My important pieces here are the unknown number of slices, the fact that the Reinholds ate 11 slices, and our ending number, 5 slices. I don't see any numbers or any words like more than or less than, which is telling me this is going to be an equation with an equal sign. My ending total was 5 slices of pizza. We don't know how many slices the Reinholds started with, so our unknown is going to start off the equation with P. If they ate 11 slices, that means they got rid of 11, so we're going to subtract that 11 out. P minus 11 equals 5. We could use our knowledge about solving equations to figure out what these different variables would equal, but we don't need that right now. This skill is really emphasizing can you set up the equation, not can you solve it. To order off the kids menu, you must be 12 years or younger. This is signaling to me that we might have an inequality because it's talking about being younger than a certain age. So if I want to qualify for ordering off the kids menu, let's actually use A for age. We want to think about how somebody's age should be in relation to the number 12. So does somebody's age need to be more than 12 or less than 12 to qualify? They must be less than 12. Can they be 12? Yes, it says 12 years or younger. So that's a situation where we could use the less than or equal to sign. A suitcase must weigh under 50 pounds. I'm seeing under 50. That's telling me the number I'm going to want to include, and the word under is signaling to me that we're probably going to be using an inequality sign. So if my suitcase's weight is right here, it should be less than 50. The weight is under 50. It doesn't say 50 or under, so I'm not going to include the or equal to sign. We're just going to use a less than sign. A coupon offers $3 off a purchase of $15 or more. We don't know how much somebody is spending. Here's the amount, their purchase price. But we do know if their purchase hits the $15 mark, they save with a coupon. Now this one can be a little bit confusing because we see this $3 and we feel like we need to include it somewhere, but we're actually not going to include that $3 off. We're only going to focus on if the purchase price is qualifying for that coupon. So in order for the purchase to qualify, your total must be more than 15, or it looks like it could be equal to 15 because the coupon is off a purchase of $15 or more. So the purchase price, if it's greater than or equal to 15, it qualifies for our discount. Over 400,000 people attended Lollapalooza in 2017. Again, there's a number in here that we're not necessarily going to need. We don't need to include the year. That was just information that tells us what this data is from. What we do want to say is Lollapalooza, I'm just going to use X for that since L can kind of look like a 1, a lowercase l. And then my number they want us to include is 400,000. So if I'm thinking about the X being the number of people at Lollapalooza, that's going to be over the 400,000. So X should be greater than 400,000 people. And my last one, I'm going to clear this out here so you can read it. You must be at least 42 inches tall to ride the Outlaw at Adventureland. If I'm thinking about somebody's height in relation to the 42 inches, their height must be greater than 42, or since we see the phrase at least, that means they could be 42 inches. So height must be greater than or equal to 42 inches to ride. All right, you guys, that's all I have for you today for writing equations and inequalities. Check in with your teacher if you have any questions on this skill.